4, 3.
Recently, I paid a visit to Fishwell at the Glynn Sports and Community Centre in Coolock, where a class with older women was in progress.
2, turn right again. That's it. Leg curls, ladies, well done. Brilliant.
How's it going?
It's going very well, and it's absolutely so enjoyable.
And you're really enjoying it?
I look forward to Mondays and Wednesdays so much. Oh, yes.
Well, fair play to you.
I'm sorry it's not 3 days a week. I feel the benefits so much. It's absolutely great.
In what way do you feel the benefits? Tell me.
I feel fitter. I can do press-ups, which I couldn't do 3 months ago. And I find now that I can walk further than I could 3 months ago.
And you sleep better?
Yes, I do. I sleep very well, no problem. And I'm just sorry the classes are not longer. It's only the hour. And then we have a lovely cup of tea or coffee at the end of every class. So it's absolutely great.
Well, you're a great advocate. You really are terrific now. Congratulations, love. Thanks very much. If I were now, I hope I'd be as good as you. You're very nimble, aren't you? And I'll work towards it. Okay, dear. Thanks very much. You are the queen of the class.
Oh, am I the oldest?
No. Age has nothing got to do with it, dear. It's your outlook, your positive thinking. Tell me, how do you find the class?
Oh, brilliant. I just love it. I'm only here about 4 weeks, so...
And what are the benefits that you have gotten from those 4 weeks?
I don't know. I can move my legs better for a start.
Good.
So...
have you a touch of arthritis or anything?
Well, in my legs I have a bit,
Right. And do you find that the exercises are doing you good? That they're lubricating the legs, they walk better?
Yeah, definitely walk better.
Well, you're fantastic. I will hand it... I've forgotten your name. Moira. You're fantastic. You really are a wonderful... Age doesn't enter now. Don't ever tell anybody your age.
I tell everybody.
No, that's your secret. I mean, a girl has got to have
in the yellow.
A girl has got to have a few secrets, you know.
Yes.
And that's one of them.
No surprises left, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, if they're not, we'll make them.
Oh, yeah.
We'll create them. Maura, it's great talking to you. And you look terrific. Have you lost any weight?
Yes, I have lost a bit of weight.
Around the tummy?
Around the tummy.
Why? Well, tell me, why does it always fall in the tummy and around the hips?
I don't know. I think when you sit down if you sit down too much, it can...
That's probably it. Yeah, it's probably it. Well, I think I'll be up here with you, Maura.
Yeah, sure. Well, sure, you've nothing to lose.
Well, I do it every morning myself at home.
Yes,
but not as strenuous as this. But I've been doing it for years. I'm not too bad, but I like to be like you.
Oh, God.
Lovely talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Your age is your secret.
Okay.
My partner. I lost her.
In the storm?
In the storm.
Bernadette, tell me, what are you getting from the class?
Well, first of all, I'm loosening out. I'm a very stiff person. I have a lot of my joint problems.
Yes.
And this loosens me out, and I find it absolutely terrific. And when I come out of this now, when it's finished, I'm all flexible and all... I can move around and whatever else I have to do, go up and down the stairs. It's difficult for me usually, but this really helps to loosen you.
Have you any arthritis?
I have.
And how do you find the arthritis? It's good for the arthritis.
Well, I have mostly in my knees,
yes.
So the ones for my knees are kind of difficult, but I do them and I'm able to do them, and they're easier every week. Because if I don't do them and I don't walk, my knees stiffen up.
So you find that the exercise that you do here is helping your knees with the arthritis?
Absolutely.
Well, that's very, very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it really is. So you won't be going in for a new kneecap?
No, I'm not a candidate for new knees, unfortunately.
Well, hopefully you won't ever
I
will
won't
be.
Get one, yes,
but if you keep this up, it's wonderful. And there's a great benefit in it also.
Yes.
I mean, meeting the other women.
Yes, exactly.
And you're all in the same boat. And it's wonderful. I think it's fantastic.
We all have aches and pains and crocodile bits and bobs and all the rest.
But sure, we earn them.
We did. We got them the hard way. They don't come easy. But this definitely moves all your muscles. And look at how flexible your arms. Yes. Now, my knees are my main problem, as I said. But when I come out of here now, I'm fine. I can get down the stairs, no problem. And it's easier. Makes life easier.
Well, that's great, and you look fantastic. One question: how about the weight? Have you
Well,
lost
I'm
any
working
weight?
on the weight. Yes, I have. I work very hard on
Do
the
you
weight.
love chocolate?
To die for.
I know.
And chocolate cake is even better.
I know, yes. But a girl has to have some failing, hasn't she?
Absolutely. You have to have some vices.
I mean, we can't be all pure good.
No, not at all.
Life would be extremely dull in a
Absolutely. You have
dish.
to have the bit of chocolate.
Exactly.
Bringing your heel up. That's it. Bring your arms in if you want. Well done, ladies. Walking around. A few shapes there. That's it. Side lunge. Knee lift.
I spoke to fitness instructor Larissa Atkinson, and I asked her about her work.
Bring your chest towards the wall and push back away.
I went back to college as a mature student. I always had a passion for health and fitness. I was a fitness instructor and personal trainer for a couple of years, and I went back to DCU as a mature student to get a degree in sports science and health. So during my time there, I kind of developed a passion and love for helping exercising with older adults and anyone with a specific illness or injuries like obesity, type 2 diabetes, osteoporosis. So I developed this passion around what we call special populations, not just your general populations. So I developed that love, and I went and did some training in phase 4 cardiac rehabilitation, which means I'm qualified now to exercise adults who have gone through, say, a coronary event, might have had a heart attack and had a bypass, and they want to go back and do some exercise, but they're afraid of the general gyms, so they need someone who's trained in that area. So I'm qualified in that area to take those people in. So my class aims at helping people who have had coronary heart disease, also people who might be at risk of coronary heart disease, so they might have high blood pressure. Being over 55 is a risk factor for heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, overweight, high cholesterol or high stress. They're all risk factors for cardiovascular disease. So that's what...
These people would be recommended to you by their doctor?
Some will be recommended, but some have just kind of walked in off the streets, and word of mouth has spread around, and particularly a lot of... it's a group called the Older Women's Network. Yes. A lot of them would take part in my class.
And tell me, how do you find it?
I absolutely love it. It's so rewarding just to help people get better, get fitter, increase their flexibility. A lot of them would have arthritis and would be very limited in their movements. So by doing a little bit of gentle exercise, repeating that exercise as much as they can, it does help them decrease their illness and injuries, and it's so rewarding for me.
Well, I came here this morning just on spec, and to meet you and to talk to you. And really, I took part in your class, and it was a revelation. The gentle exercises, you move every part of your body. You don't realise you're moving it, but it's the way that you just roll it over. You do this now, ladies, and you do that now, ladies. It's fantastic. Have you seen results?
I have. I've seen a couple of the women would have very limited flexibility. They couldn't do a certain amount of stretches where they'd have to hold maybe onto their leggings to lift up a leg, whereas now they're holding the leg up. They're holding it on their own now, so they don't need to assist with the leggings. Fitness-wise, I've seen a lot of the women getting much fitter. Even heart-wise, anyone who does have high blood pressure, one of the immediate benefits of exercise is to reduce the blood pressure. Cholesterol, it's going to reduce your cholesterol as well. So I've seen one who has been to the doctor, been to her GP, has high cholesterol, is doing the class now since last year, and her cholesterol has come down. And she doesn't need medication now. She's off her medication now as well.
That's a wonderful recommendation. It keeps you out of the doctor's surgery, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You do it.
Keeps you off the medication, yeah.
Yes, which is very, very important, because you can be over-medicated from time. Tell me, for depression, is an exercise very good for depression, for people who are prone to be kind of slightly depressive at times?
Exercise should be the most prescribed pill for depression. The immediate effects of exercise, post-exercise, the immediate effects of feeling good, releasing those happy hormones that I did my thesis on the whole area of mood enhancing, how exercise will enhance your mood. And the number one motivation that most women said, the reason why they exercise, is to feel good afterwards. So exercise really gives you that whole feel-good factor, which is immensely important for people with mild to moderate depression. And the fact that you don't have to go in and do some vigorous exercise, you could do just gentle, moderate intensity exercise, and that's going to relieve those symptoms of depression.
That's very good. It's like when you go for a walk. Sometimes you might say, I'm not feeling great today. And you say, here, I'll take the dog for a walk, or take myself for a walk. And you go for a walk for about a mile or so. You come back a different person.
And I'd always say to people, if you go exercise, and if you do your exercise, after when you finish your exercise, you never say, God, I shouldn't have done that, or I didn't enjoy that. No, you'll always say, God, I feel great. It makes you feel great, yeah.
And it doesn't cost anything?
No, it doesn't cost you anything to go out for a walk. No,
it doesn't.
No. And you could do exercise in your home. You could do exercise anywhere. Go bring the dog for a walk. Do gentle exercises at home. Ideally, I'd love to have a DVD for people who can't get out of the houses. That's what my long-term goal is, to make a DVD that people can exercise at home who can't get out of the houses.
Oh, that would be excellent. Is that not available?
It probably would be, but it'd be very general, not specific for people with cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, who, in terms of even having the confidence to go and do a class. Confidence is a big thing as well. If they don't have the confidence, if they don't feel comfortable walking into a facility where there's mirrors everywhere and there's all these lovely people all dressed up in their workout gear, it can be very daunting, especially for older adults. So if they don't have that confidence, a DVD at home would work well, but you'd have to have someone qualified to make that DVD.
Like you're saying, if they don't have the body beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you say, oh gosh, I couldn't do that. Look at me, I'm coming out in all shapes. Yes.
So you're warming up your inner and outer thighs. Getting the body nice and warm, ready for that circuit then. Well done. You're doing brilliant, well done.
Betty, do you ever make excuses for not coming to class?
That is just that's unheard of.
What a wonderful compliment to Larissa.
Oh, I'll tell you, I don't think there's anybody on earth like Larissa. She's wonderful, so understanding. She speaks to everybody to make sure they're relaxed and nobody's having pains and aches, and gives them all their own little lessons to do, their own little exercises.
Thank you very much,
Not at all.
Betty.
You're very welcome now.
Do you ever feel that I don't want to go to class today?
No, I haven't felt it anyway. I always looked forward to the class. Yeah.
Well, you have the motivation with all the group, and I arrange you to go with my friends, so you feel you'd be letting them down, so it kind of makes you go, because you can't let them down.
And that you feel that when you do come, that you're delighted that you've come.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You feel much better, so you do. Yes.
Well, I can say that's a great compliment to Larissa. She's fantastic. She really is. Well, have you any problems that have been helped by the class?
I would have not osteoporosis, osteopenia, and it does help. And I feel it has strengthened up my bones and my body very much so. It has improved my posture immensely.
I started today, but I had an ankle replacement and I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to do it, and I'm delighted. It's got me moving and I think it'll be excellent for me.
Congratulations, you're great. And how is your ankle?
It's coming on great.
How important is a cup of tea afterwards?
Very important, because we chat and socialise and see how we're getting on and what's on next, etc. It's very good.
That's very important.
It's very important.
It is very important. It's the mixture, like it's great.
It is the mixture of ages, yeah. Oh well, we know this. Oh, exactly.
One of the big barriers to exercise for general populations, not just older adults, is going into a gym and there's mirrors everywhere. And especially a lot of women would feel that consciousness as well of having to look at themselves in the mirror and not happy with themselves. So it's kind of, I think there's a big move away from the whole gym and more so the more community centres and just exercise on your own with a friend, going out for a walk. Yeah.
What about strength? There's what we hear about strength, like gives you great strength in your body.
It's fantastic. I incorporate resistance training into my seniors, Fitwell seniors class. So particularly for women who, as we get older, increased risk of osteoarthritis, osteoporosis, osteopenia, which is the starting signs of osteoporosis, and where the bone mineral density is decreased. Resistance training is fantastic for building up the bone mineral density and just increasing strength, and particularly for older adults as we get older, it's not that easy to get out of the bed, it's not that easy to get up from the chair, to get up the stairs, and I'm trying to incorporate these exercises, which are functional exercises that you can do in your home, and it's going to increase your independence and not be dependent on other people to bring you up and down the stairs, or the fact that you might be able to go up the stairs, you might have to stay in make a room downstairs for yourself. So it's increasing that functional ability that you can do and be independent for as long as you possibly can.
And you hold on to your dignity.
You definitely do. Which is very important. Yeah,
exactly, very, very important. And it really is, when you boil it all down, really, Larissa, isn't it very simple to look after ourselves? Just to keep exercise and to keep moving Like movement is life, isn't it?
It's very simple, but I think people have to have that frame of mind. They have to have the motivation, and that is a big, big thing in exercise for older adults across the board, for everybody, is motivation and the barriers that people perceive that stops them from exercising. They could be barriers, they could genuinely see these as barriers, but they're really only perceived barriers. There's ways of overcoming your barriers. There really is ways of overcoming. Like one of the big barriers in Ireland is the weather. We get so much bad weather. I mean, this year it's been fantastic, but if you say weather is a barrier or rain is a barrier for me, it doesn't rain 24 hours a day. You can get a raincoat. There's always ways of overcoming your barrier. It's just having that mindset and exercise being important on your priority list as well. It's making exercise be important on your priority list.
I think one should say that I'm going to fall in love with myself and I'm going to take great care of myself if women do that. I came along today. I had no intention of joining the class, but I couldn't help it. I just had to get out there and join in.
We're going to bring in some arms now. Are you ready? Bring your arms up and down. So we're working the shoulders here, warming up your shoulders and your upper body. Brilliant. Now if you can't get the arms and legs, you can leave out your arms and just move your legs. It's up to you. Take it at your own pace. Brilliant. And we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and back to a march. Well done. Make sure you're not arching your back. Keep your back nice and strong. Keep it flat. You don't want get any pressure onto your lower back there. Yourselves a big pool of bust there, ladies. Well done. Well done.
Well, we've come to the end of today's programme, and I'd like to thank Patricia Dawson, Go for Life, Mary Kelly of the Older Women's Network, and Larissa Atkinson of Fitwell. Goodbye from me, Nell Fitzpatrick. In Our Own Voices is produced by members of the Older Women's Network with the support of the Broadcasting Commission of Ireland.